How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Manatee Gaming. Today we're going to be talking about the Zamorak boss release, and specifically we're going to be talking about how you can make a ton of money with this release, which honestly is probably the most exciting part about a new boss release besides, well, it's a new boss. On previous boss releases, I've been able to make up to 4 billion gold per day, such as Raksha, which I actually made a video about that previously, where quite literally the profit was 8 billion gold in about 2 days. So if you're wondering how many times I had to kill Raksha in order to make 8 billion gold, well, that's actually where it's a little bit different, because I didn't kill Raksha at all. I spent actually my entire time sitting at the Grand Exchange. Unlike killing Bandos here, I was doing nothing but doing a few clicks at the Grand Exchange and working with the Discord community to make as much money as we possibly could. And I'm looking forward to that with the Zamorak boss release as well, because flipping during these events is insane. During the Karapak boss, we saw profits of over 1 billion gold per day. During Raksha, like I mentioned, 4 billion per day, which was insane. We even saw really high profits for Croesus, even though Croesus was a skilling boss, so not a lot of fluctuation in the price of gear since you didn't need gear. Zamorak's boss release is set for July 4th, which gives us plenty of time to prep up and get ready for a truly crazy flipping event like always. With this boss being so anticipated, people are already scrambling to figure out what they should be using and what they should stock up on, which you've probably seen quite a few items dropping or rising in the Grand Exchange just with anticipation of the boss. That right there tells us that this is going to be insane, and man, I am so looking forward to it. So what can you do to start getting ready? Well, start off by getting rid of the items you don't currently need. This will allow you to stock up some extra gold, and the more gold you have to flip during events like this, the better off you are. If you've got some stuff that's been sitting around collecting dust you're not even using, it's a great idea to just go ahead and get rid of it now. So as you can see right here on our screen, this is actually from one of our most recent live streams. I have been doing live streams where I've actually been doing flipping price checking and helping people to flip, well, literally live. So definitely join in one of those if you'd like to. But as you can see right here, what I'm doing is I'm actually taking prices that we're finding in the stream and I'm putting them directly into our Discord, which you can find down below if you have not joined it. We have over 8,000 people in there, so for sure jump in. But right here, this is what I'm going to be doing the entire day for the boss release. So we'll see how many days this goes on. Probably anywhere from 1 to 3 days is how long I'll be doing this. But I'm actually going to be flipping with about 4 different accounts and then posting everything in our Discord. That way you guys will have all of the up-to-date prices for all the crazy margins that we're going to be seeing. And speaking of crazy margins, it's obviously helpful if you see what some of them are. That way you know what to expect. So right here you can see this is literally video clips from the previous boss releases. So you can quite honestly see what the prices were for yourself. That way you know what to expect. But Double Surge Codex, I was buying these for 57 million, selling them for about 62 to 64 million. So a pretty awesome profit on those. And the important thing about these though is they were moving so fast. It would take me like 10 minutes per flip. Pretty fantastic. Dragon Rider Lances would take like 30 seconds or 1 minute to flip. Pretty nuts for it being like a nearly 2 million margin there. People buy those up because they want the aftershock, by the way. Looking right here, the Kopesh of Elidinus. So this right here, I sold this one for 590 million. I actually bought that for 550 million. Pretty wild, but that had a 40 million margin on it, which was just pretty wild. That flip would also take me probably about 20-25 minutes to fully get that flip. So big margins, but also really fast as well. Obviously the price of Imperium Core is way different now, but even back then though, a 15 million margin was pretty easy to get. And as you can see with the Sarengadbo there too, that Sarengadbo margin was a 23 million flip. Sarengadbo would literally flip every 5 to 10 minutes. I'm not even exaggerating. That's how fast it was. Like, so part of what makes this so good is not just the giant margin, but also the speed of what the items move, because people are constantly buying, constantly selling during those boss releases because they want to, you know, they log in, they want to hurry up and get onto the boss, so they go and like insta buy something. Maybe they want to buy different armor, so they go and they instantly sell some of their existing gear. And then if we see the Grimoire here, the Grimoire 425 million buy with a 479 million sell. These Grimoires were flipping for over 50 million profit, and they had a buy limit. They have a buy limit of 10, so it was like a 500 million profit every time you would do some Eridor Grimoires. And these things would move like every 10-15 minutes. You get your buy, but like about 15 minutes total for your buy and sell. And honestly, doing this recording for this video, it's so hard not to get excited seeing this, because I'm so stoked for this boss. I know I've said it like 100 times, but just look at these numbers though. It's so much fun. Like, aside from the fact that you can easily make like 1 to 4 billion per day, just depending on how the boss release goes, aside from that completely is just the fact of how much fun it is. You just see giant margins and items moving so fast. It is literally the most fun time to flip that you will ever have in RuneScape, I promise you. And I'm going to be doing this on 4 accounts, posting everything I find for everyone in the Discord during this time. Also too, you can just see here how the consistency for all these RS3 Grimoire flips and the Sarengadbo flips right there. Solid 23 million margins on the Sarengadbos and over 50 million margins on the Grimoire, and they just kept buying and kept selling. Also, this is back when Eldritch Crossbow was well below max cash, and that thing was really good at the same time, but it definitely was a slower flip though. As we see here with the Imperium cores and then the Sarengadbo, this is actually from another one of my accounts, and this was like at the release, the very release itself. So as you see, the Sarengadbo 1126 million buy with 1170 million sell. The margin on Sarengadbo was up to 50 million, and these things were moving like almost instantly. Like it was just unrealistic how fast they were selling. I also tried doing some other items, just random items too, like Elite Serenic Repair Patch, as you can see right here. I was picking those up for about 6 million a piece and selling them for 6.4 million. It's obviously a smaller flip, but even the items like that definitely add up quite a bit. So if you don't have like hundreds of mils, don't worry about that. You can also do these small things too, and they move so fast with a lot of profit. The Khopesh of Tumekin was pretty fantastic with a solid 20 million margin on those. I wouldn't expect Khopesh to be as good as it was, back then, because the prices changed quite a bit, but you can look at comparable items and then expect those to change like that. The main takeaways from this is that the most profitable things from this event are the fact that items are moving really quickly and then also have very large margins. A combination of those two things make it so the profit per day is absolutely insane. If you want to increase how much you can earn per day, then make sure you're using more than one account. This is really applicable for players that have over max cash. I would definitely recommend you working with at least 2 accounts if you have that. And honestly, if you don't plan on keeping multiple accounts, that's no problem. You can literally just go ahead and start an alt, put a bond on it, that way it's able to flip, and then flip during the event. When you're done, just never use the alt again. The amount of money that you'll make on that extra account is going to be way more than you spent on that bond. During this entire event, we're going to have the exact buy and exact sell prices for all the items in our Discord down below. So feel free to check that out if you want to make it very easy for yourself and just slap the easy button and just strap in and earn 1 to 4 billion gold per day. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this content. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're as excited about this boss as I am. I'm planning on making a little bit more content about this boss release as we get closer. So let me know in the comments down below if there's anything specific you want to see. Hit that subscribe, turn on that notification bell. That way you can be there for our live streams, and I'll see you guys soon.